The reality is, even though it's going to drive away all the women, it's actually going to benefit godly single men. So I will be single. I will be single. I will not be loved. I am unlovable. Thank you, Emily, for letting me know that. You're the woman in my life. But it's very important that people understand why godly men are single and why they will continue to remain single as long as they refuse to play the bad boy role. And so I'm here to give some tips on preventing certain thoughts. Now, I'm going to say a few things at the beginning. I think that a lot of people are toxic. They like to judge a man who will be honest. Now, there's a reason why I didn't upload the many, many hours of things that I've witnessed on certain websites, because you're a society in general, maybe not yourself personally, but the society that is living the conspiracy that is covering up molestation of little girls, that is covering up what women cheer on, what women watch. There's videos where women cheer on in adult content, women being harmed, where they're clapping, they're cheering, they're like, go, hurt that Latina, go, and they're cheering. You should applaud me saying, ban it all. You should applaud me saying it's so bad, take out the grid. You should think, McFly, before you speak to me. Now, back to Gypsy Fox, to listen in your eyes, buddy. Let me tell you something. I'm looking at my eyes a lot in video, and my eyes are changing because the energy is changing. Okay, a lot of you are locked into a dark place. And I tell you, bro, I'm not looking at that content. No, I don't need you to get me a priest. I need you to take your own advice. Okay, so this is what I have to say right now. These are the things that you need to eliminate if you're going to be a godly man. I don't know how you meet a godly woman. I don't have that figured out, but I made previous videos where I told you what I believed a nice guy would do. Okay. Offering to take someone out to dinner is a decent thing, but making food and going to the park and having hand contact and maybe kissing, maybe touching the waist, but avoiding groping the damn girl or woman. Now, affirming my statement on pedophilia, that I believe that even though many men, including myself, resist it, that the archons, the demons, the jinn, they actually program society. WKM Studios talked about it in the past. The video is gone, though. Okay, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people used to expose a lot of important things in the past, and they don't really explain why they don't anymore. They just don't have the heart to. And I'm telling you, people were very, very awake a while ago to certain things, like to a lot of things. There were many people that were receptive to me, nice to me. I didn't change. I got deeper and confronted more of my sins, and people drifted away from me because many people in the research community are not of the light. They never wanted to be of the light. They use the teachings of Jesus as a weapon. Okay. So, there's a number of things that I want to say, and I'm going to get them out. We need to let people have their experiences in the matrix, but this is also a time where a lot of black men are getting to experience sexual pleasure from white women. Everywhere I go now, I see them as the ultimate form of life. I will say sorry then to the individual that's in the chat, this hell called life. He's not there now, but he no doubt is a single African or person of African heritage in Maryland. He is a godly person. That may be why he's single, and he's practicing what's called sperm retention. That's not, ladies. And you know what? I don't see women patting me on the back or emailing me for trying to be a moral person. When I tell them that I'm doing this, I telepathically think that they think lowly of me for even admitting that. And that's the secret to the nightmare that we're living in on earth. People deny there's evil. They deny there's human trafficking. They deny there's pornography. They deny there's masturbation. They deny there's rape. And if you talk against those things, they'll say, no, that's what you are. No, you're the pedophile, you're the rapist, you're the kidnapper, you're the bad man, you're the threat. My girlfriend's afraid. And that comment is still bothering me. Like, wait a minute. It could be she's afraid because of the things that I talk about. Now, if you become afraid because of the things that I talk about, and I'm talking about like karma coming to evil people, then take that up with God. That I'm a messenger of God. Yes, I am. And so I'm watching the view counts go down. And there are going to be a lot of people that say they're part of the 144,000. If I discuss this, I'm going to bring in people that aspire to be that. But I'm telling you, I believe that you need to be creating content, pushing back, or doing something to help content creation or information sharing or some sort of healing work. That's significant. I'm going to pull back from 2025 countdown for a week. I'm trying to stop thinking about certain people that and see, this is what needs to be said to those of you that are locked into judging me, thinking that I'm in lust. No, you don't understand psychic abilities. You don't understand monogamy, intimacy, The type of psychic ability is when you recognize someone from a past lifetime. Now, let me say this, lady, I don't know if you're on the channel, but I know that you swing on the other side and you work at that grocery store that I go to. We're not talking about a Latina. And because she made forceful eye contact with me many, many times, they thought could be an invitation to talk to her. Because some lesbians know I'm not like a lot of men. And that some lesbians have contemplated intimacy with me because they sense something from me that's different than other men, because I'm not like other men. And I do have certain sexual abilities, super abilities, if you will. Not trying to brag, but I do have certain capabilities. And that's why I know a lot of women are under mind control, that they don't pick up on that I have a decent sized, you know what. I'm not trying to be carnal. I don't like Gypsy's emails. He's actually working against what we're trying to do. A lot of you men that are here want this discussion. You want us talking about sexual morality. And so, like, if I don't get back to some emails, it's because I feel like some people are steering me away from what the audience wants. You men want to have these discussions about no fap, spiritual MGTOW, rising above. Because right now, no, it has to happen now, discussing archons and the women, because that's what I'm discussing. When the sun is active, our biology does what our biology was made. We become, folks, fertile. That's what happens. And then we start looking around at other people and we're like, that we know, and our biology may tap into, that would be a good partner for a healthy compatibility. You need to stop, including you women out there that met me recently, viewing me as a lustful man. And you need to like Google what spirituality is if you never heard of it, please. It's like, wow, that's a good person. I would love to hold that person's hand. Now, if you don't know, you're telling me I'm living in the ultimate nightmare if you're saying it's wrong to want to hold someone's hand and touch her on the shoulder and hold her and pray over her and to think about her at her work and to picture her and her work becoming enlightened and their whole building where the books are becoming free of evil people. It's not that I'm coming to a certain place saying something's bad's going to happen to you. It's that something bad is happening to the world, and I don't want something bad to happen to you. I want you to come to the light because for some reason my heart beats for you. Okay? Let's end this at 9 minutes. Let's keep this short and sweet. I go to the coffee shop that's Christian, and I want it to influence me away from when I look at that beautiful blonde girl. I try to force those thoughts out. Okay? I believe that men in this fallen world have been programmed to you know what? And our biology screams for it a certain way. And I believe that we should deny ourselves those lower carnal things and to seek out what's called spiritual sex. And I say this a lot, so you know I'm not judging you, but I don't think I like your extreme kinks. I don't think it's healthy. I don't think rough sex by itself is a good thing. I think that we should aspire to have romance. I'm not a pervert. I really don't like it that way. My ultimate kink is a woman who wants the ultimate romance, if you want my opinion. To be treated the best. To be treated like not necessarily the most beautiful woman in the world, but the most valuable. The value comes from here. And understanding that it is a gift to create life in this world. But for some of us, we want to steer away from having lots of children because a lot of children are brought into this world to serve the evil one. Now, there's a song. I'm avoiding the love songs that I rock out to on a regular basis because they're triggering. And I listen to music that like eliminates sexual thoughts. I meditate. And in doing so, for the first time in a long time, I was contacted by a woman who has her own yoga studio in Florida. She may not reply to me. She may be doing yoga, but she also could just be responding to my vibes and then seeing one video and then going, hey, check out my channel. Oh, you were in the cuckoo's nest. So was I. High five. But then I might reply and talk to her, just like I might invite people to my channel and maybe go too deep on a topic and then lose them. It's never my attempt to lose a woman, to lose you as a woman if you're invited to my channel. However, this has been going on for how many lifetimes or how many years? The reality in which people say just be yourself, but you're yourself and you're basically left dry. So, I want to find a closing point. I don't want to go on, but I don't want to stop this at 9 minutes if the information's flowing, because the only thing bipolar about me, my honest opinion, is should I stay or should I go? And the sense is to speak from the heart and continue to be more spiritual. Let me talk to you about today, because I'm at day 5 now, and I'm going to keep going. There is an angst within me that wants to rage against the machine, that wants to speak loud and be bold and be confident. But I don't want to go out and drink. And women need to know that our drinking problems and drug problems and other problems that we get into, a lot of times it has to do with lack of companionship. And so a man should try to rise above the programming of his body. Now we're bombarded with love songs. We're bombarded with codependency. I've talked about this for a long ass time. And I think that my discussions about the demons, archons, jinn, manipulating people through relationships is a very, very important topic. Now, I should go leave a link down below, or you can look it up yourself. It's Sufi Realities. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and look it up now. For those of you that have never heard of spiritual Muslims and you've only heard of terrorist Muslims, you really need to check this out. There's going to be a link down below. He does talk about, prayer and go on, but he has a lot of volunteers that add in information that it's a polarity in relationships. It shows the man and the woman being basically against each other. This problem of the men and women fighting is so epidemic. Basically, what I'm saying is the information that I'm getting is it's not necessarily personal. Whatever you're going through as a woman with men and men we're in like this larger war. We think we're men and women, but one of the things I'm saying is angels versus demons. The other thing is that a lot of people are obsessed with putting down the Indian caste system. And what I'm seeing in spirit, without even Googling it, is there may be a caste system of souls, really. And that I understand. And that some people are going to be resistant to if they're demons, confusing themselves for being the 1% angels. And to be honest with you, I suspect sometimes if people go down the road of cursing others, if people go down a road of this and attacking me and miscommunicating me, like I wonder really what side people are on or if they're shifting from angel to demon based on what day of the week. It really is that crazy. It really is that mentally ill or bipolar or mental personality, however you might want to choose it, psychopathic, right? Not that any of us are perfect, but I'm noticing that, things like memory loss. And I think that these things, these conditions are conditions created by them. And that when we work together and talk to each other over email, it should be cordial. There's no, you should do this, you should do that. And a lot of people, when they're talking to me on email, most of it seems like manipulation, which is why I'm here. And to be honest with you, like I'm not, really able to discuss this situation. But I will discuss that I don't like this situation. I don't like being here. I'm not seen really as a good man, as the good man that I am. I don't like this. I don't feel free. I don't feel loved. It's always coming up all the time that I'm untouchable. And, it's upsetting and it makes me angry to be an untouchable. What was my title of the video again, before I cry? I can't believe so many of you have no feelings for me, and you've been around for a long ass time. Let's move on. I'm trying to talk to this lady in the UK who has this channel, and I'm telling her, and she's taking the constructive feedback. She didn't seem to know that her showing her breasts and looking really sexy, and I'm not trying to suppress her. We need to have a discussion, ladies, that it's going to attract bad men that may try to traffic, and she's the one talking about the traffic. Now, if you do believe that we should not have any sexuality and you should walk around naked with the honey just dripping down those most beautiful breasts, because that's what they are, don't be blind. If you were born abnormally gifted with sexuality, you don't advertise what you're not selling, ever. And you don't expect men to be non-sexual. We were built, you need to understand where you are. Now, if you don't understand where you are, you need to get a book. But you need to stop blaming men for having what's called a stiffy or an erection. We were fucking made to fuck. Now, I understand you're shocked you were born in this world. It doesn't mean I disagree with Mark Passio when then he gets angry with the women and starts screaming that we should fuck. Fuck. No, I think no. Stop that thinking. I'm stopping adultery thoughts. It's not easy. It's automatic. And I have suspicions of you. I have suspicions that some of you think that I'm genetically subhuman and inferior for having what you call lust. In reality, I think that a lot of you have ended up with daughters and wives and you're still not being accountable that you were loved at one point and I wasn't. And so it's easy for you to say that I have lust in the eyes or to judge me. I know when I look at my eyes that I have ethnic eyes, that energy shoots in and out of my eyes, and that as I don't fap, that there's going to be more energy come out of my eyes. You can actually confuse me for going down the dark side when I'm becoming more spiritual. That's how freaky this YouTube thing is. That's how angry I am with some of you. That when I go down the spiritual side and I slam my fist down and I go, this is how it is. We need to fight human trafficking. I don't take you down this. 9/11 was an inside job for the 25th year. I think exposing human trafficking of little girls is the most righteous thing a human being can do. And for a person like me to not have a single person to massage him, to like him, to say that he's handsome and not fat is fuck, bro. So don't you ever be surprised if I disappear myself. And you, her, never see from me again. You had all these years to touch my heart. And you treated me like I was a leper. Okay? Every one of you. The men could have stepped forward in the situation to make sure that I remain sovereign. When people email me and they remain anonymous and they practice data gathering like one guy is, I don't know if I can trust you. You need to understand, I need to know exactly who you are, what your ethnicity is. If you believe my life matters, this type of anonymous sphere vibration isn't going to attract me. I'm a broken man who needs love. I'm a fucking genius. Men don't typically talk about wanting to write a book that's 1,000 pages. I feel like I'm scaring women away. Folks, the loneliness is killing me. Folks, the loneliness is killing me. And you not wanting to step in and touch my heart, massage my heart, or even talk to me on the email is very troubling to me. Message retract. I didn't even see it. What was it? You see, every message retract, right? So should I just start a new channel? I don't know if this channel is hurting me. I have so much information to share. And I have no idea where people are at vibrationally, consciously. All you are is a text message. Do you acknowledge that this is insecticide, what's happened to us? It's a simple question. Yes or no, hedgehog dog? We're now in the matrix right now. Don't deny it. We're microchipped right now. We're slaves right now. This screen, we are owned by this screen. So ladies, I try to explain to you and you're acting like you're demonic. Men are forced to watch porn. We were born to want to make babies. And you denying this fact and denying that I'm a good man for exposing pornography and human trafficking makes me want to disappear myself and never tell you where I went. Okay? You are traumatizing me by not acknowledging that I'm trying to be a good man, And then I keep wondering, are the people that I try to reach out to locally and give the person a painting, I shouldn't even mention that anymore. Do they like me? Do they fear me? I'm tired of using the pendulum. Why can't humans be humans? Now, if you want to sit there and marry the screen and stare at the screen all day without wearing blue light glasses, then you will be programmed by the screen. And you will get the reality that the robots and the demons that hate women and men will bring you through the screen. You want to put the screen and money above real people that want to give you a book? Fine, but your world is ending now and I can't help you anymore.